Hey guys, Breg here, and welcome to the first WoW Gold News episode. In this series, I'm going to be talking about the latest WoW gold making news that's been happening over the past week. Since this is the first episode, we'll be talking about the last couple of weeks, but hopefully this will be a weekly series where we can go over some of the news, talk about it, talk about the latest gold making strategies, and all of that good stuff. I know I have not made a video in a while. I've been taking a bit of a break from the game, which I do occasionally do at the end of an expansion, just because I kind of do everything that I want to do in that expansion, and I just want to wait until the new one. So I'm very excited that the new expansion is coming out in the next few weeks, and I cannot wait to try it, and I'm going to be making lots of cool content for you guys. But before we get into the main WoW news, I just want to talk about my WoW news, which is pretty annoying. So as I was just saying, I took sort of a 2-month break from the game, or it was probably only about 6 weeks actually, 6 or 7 weeks. So in that time, I didn't log on once, which was foolish of me because I lost all of the mail across all of my bank characters on all my different realms. And that included all the items, because stupidly I posted all the items on all my different characters, and then I just never came back to reclaim the expired mail or reclaim the sold mail. And I've basically lost about 20 million gold in actual gold and items, mostly in items, but I'm sure I had some things that had sold as well, which is pretty annoying. There's tons and tons of pets, tons of BOEs, tons of transmogs, tons of mounts, basically loads of stuff that I was selling on all my different banking characters. I did contact Blizzard to try and get this back, because before this has happened before, and I contacted Blizzard and then they managed to get the mail back even though it had expired from my mailbox. But this time it just didn't for some reason. Don't know why, but Blizzard say they can't reclaim the mail, and yeah, it's gone basically. It is all gone. It might have had something to do with the switch to the pre-patch, which happened whilst the mail was in my mailbox. I don't know, but either way, it's all expired from my mailbox, and Blizzard cannot return it. So 20 million gold down the drain. I'm not overly bothered. I have lots of raw gold on all those characters, and I can just start to build up my inventory again. And I've got some characters with fairly large quite a few mounts and stuff in their banks, and a few materials, so I do have some stuff that should be able to sell, and I probably do have some pets as well that I can sell, but most of my pets were unfortunately on the auction house across my servers, so I have lost most of my pets. I had like thousands of pets, and now I have like 20 pets that are sellable, or 50 pets or something. So again, pretty annoying, but lesson learnt. Don't log off for that long with auctions in your mail. Don't be foolish like I was. And yeah, I will bounce back. I still have lots of gold, like I say, across the servers, so should be all good, and I'm excited to make a lot more gold with Shadowlands. Anyway, moving on to the next bit of WoW news that lots of people have been talking about, but I thought I would just give you my thoughts, is of course the multiboxing ban. So Blizzard have basically banned multiboxing. You can still play on multiple different accounts, but you just can't run them simultaneously with one click, which you could basically do with the multiboxing software. And since that is now banned, multiboxing is basically finished for most people, which is, I don't know, a lot of you will be happy about that. Personally, I'm not really a farmer, so I never viewed multiboxers as my competition, so it wasn't really an issue for me. And as some of you knew, about a year or 2 years ago, I used to do quite a lot of multiboxing. I did a whole series on it. Again, I kind of gave up after a while because I hate farming. But I did give it a go, and I thought it was fun. It was a cool thing to do. Again, I don't really see the problem with it. I know some people really hate it. Personally, whatever. People can play the game how they want, in my opinion. But I can also see why Blizzard did ban it. It is a bit overpowered, particularly in some situations like PvP. and in some situations like when you can just farm up loads and loads of a herb and it ruins the market for other players. So I can see it from both sides really, and I don't know, I think it's a slight shame, but again, I can see why they have done it. What is this going to mean? Well, probably it means the prices of raw materials that can be farmed will go up. That is usually the kind of case that will happen, because lots of those were farmed by multiboxers. So particularly things like volatiles that multiboxers could get, particularly things like herbs and ore, primals maybe. All of that good stuff should probably go up in price. Will it go up enough in price for you to sort of invest in it? Maybe not, but if you want to take that risk, then you could. I'm sure people have already been trying to flip the prices of these since it has been banned for about a week now. So yeah, anyway, that's an interesting one. So in the next gold making news, we have Shadowlands pre-patch and the event. Now the event is coming out this week. And it's all about these Scourge invasions, bit of a throwback to the whole, was it ICC or Wrath of the Lich King event that happened back in the day. There's quite a few different things you can do and a few dailies, and there's not a whole lot of gold making opportunity, which is a shame. I can see one sort of major thing, which is the Putrid Geist, which is a new pet that you can buy with 20 Argent commendations from the Quartermaster. Now, if you want to make money from this, I would probably do it on the day that it comes out, because otherwise there's going to be so many of them, and it's going to really start to go down in price. Remember those bats from like the Legion pre-patch event? I mean, they still haven't. They went down so low, and they still haven't really gone to any sort of significant price. So I think this will probably happen with these. So if you do want to make gold with these, try and get them in the first day or two and sell them quickly. Otherwise you're probably going to be in trouble. And the only other thing would be to wait till the end of the event, buy a lot of these pets out and sort of hold on to them for a year or so and see if it goes up in price. But again, that didn't really happen with the whole bats thing, so will that happen with these? Possibly not. It's a bit of a shame. I would have hoped they had some more gold making opportunities with the pre-patch, but what can we do? At least it's something kind of interesting, the event that you can do whilst we wait for Shadowlands to launch, and I'll definitely be giving it a go. And a final bit of gold making news is all the changes to the Shadowlands tomes and drums and codexes and all that. So it is a bit weird, to be fair, and I think this is a change that makes sense, but it was still a kind of cool little gold making thing that they've now killed off. They like to do that. They like to find little small areas where people have a bit of fun making extra gold just by putting in a bit of extra thought, and then they like to nerf them, which is annoying. But it kind of does make sense. So at the moment, or at least before the pre-patch, you could use drums from any level. So like you could use the, I don't know, like the Burning Crusade drums or the Legion drums on your max level character. And the same with the tomes. You could use like the tomes from Legion and the tomes from BFA to change your talents. Like you could use both lots of tomes, which was a bit weird. Whereas now they've changed that, so you can only use the Shadowlands tomes and the Shadowlands drums at max level, which probably makes sense, but it obviously means that your old tomes from BFA and your sort of old drums are going to start really reducing the amount they sell. I mean, obviously some people will still buy them if they are lower level, but basically they're going to be fairly useless, which is a shame. It was a cool market, like making all the different sorts of drums, seeing which one was most profitable, and same with the tomes, but I guess they've killed that off now, and I suppose it makes sense that you should only be able to use the max level tomes and max level drums when you're max level. So you have a few weeks until this properly happens. It applies when Shadowlands actually goes live, so make sure you kind of get rid of your stock before then. Otherwise, they're going to be fairly useless. But anyway, that is something that happened. And finally, I'm going to be doing an add-on of the week. So each week I will be talking about my favourite add-on that you guys should get. Usually will be gold making add-ons, but it doesn't have to be. And this time I'm going to be showing you Rematch. I know lots of you probably have this anyway, but I just want to reiterate how good it is, particularly the Rematch TSM pet values, which is like an additional add-on. So download Rematch, and then most importantly, download Rematch TSM pet values. Obviously you're going to need TSM as well. And all it does, I showed you earlier, but it shows you the pets and their value, their region value compared to their main value. So for example, the albino buzzard is 30k on this server, but its region value is only 16k, which means it's really good to sell on this server. And then I've got a little thing which automatically cages a little macro. And go down again. Oh look, Kovok is 21k on this server and 12k average. So again, a great thing to sell on this server. And then you can just go and sell them. So it's a great little add-on, particularly for those of you who might do some battle pet arbitrage like I do, and like I have done many videos on in the past. But it's a great way to make some gold, and it's a great little add-on. And yeah, that is going to be that for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Sorry for not posting in so long. I do occasionally take a break at the end of expansions, but I'm always back when the big stuff starts happening and the pre-patch goes live. So I'm excited, I'm ready for Shadowlands launch, and I hope you guys will stick with me and watch out for some awesome gold making content. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and until next time, see ya.